In today's video, we'll be ranking all Rengokus in Shindo life. Starting out with Tengoku. Now, Tengoku is a bit of an interesting bloodline because it has some pros and it has some cons. I'm going to be discussing it right now. So, the pros of Tengoku is that it has really good damaging moves. It's one of the highest damage bloodlines in Shindo life, but it comes at the con of long cooldowns as well as a lot of chi. So it takes like, I think 30,000 chi or even more to be able to use this bloodline move. So that is a really big con considering other bloodlines like Sartori Rengoku, other bloodlines that kind of do Tengoku a little bit better, but Tengoku is one of my favorites, so I was a little bit flippant at putting it at the 10th spot, but I just think there are better options, and I wouldn't want to put my personal opinion above this tier list just to make it go higher. But so I think number 10th spot, Tengoku, is right where it belongs. So you have to tell me what you think. I think Tengoku deserving of the 10th, but let's talk about the next one. For number 9, this is going to be Sartori Rengoku. Now, this is probably, I would say, a little better than Tengoku. They're pretty much on the same level, but I think Sartori Rengoku just has better moves and has shorter cooldowns than Tengoku. So that's why I think Sartori Rengoku is a little better than Tengoku, but of course, Tengoku is my favorite bloodline, but Sartori Rengoku is a little better. Let's go on for number 8. This is going to be Rengoku. Now, Rengoku got a recent rework like a year or two ago. Before the rework, it used to be pretty meta because before the heyday when, Code Gaiden wasn't a thing and Rel Bloodline wasn't a thing, it used to be pretty meta, but after the rework, it is now really good and one I definitely recommend. So definitely don't skip on Rengoku. It's a really good bloodline if you can use it right. It's got multiple clone variants. It's kind of like swapping out kits because you can use different clones. Then you can do some pretty good combos with that if you know how to use Rengoku. Rengoku is probably one of the most skilled bloodlines to use in my opinion. More skilled than using Boramaki Gaiden or Shindai Rengoku. Those both bloodlines are very easy to use. Rengoku uses a little more tactical use, and it requires a little bit more strategy to be able to really use Rengoku to its absolute potential. So you're gonna have to tell me, what do you think about Rengoku? I personally think it's a really good bloodline, but you'll have to see what you say. So Rengoku is gonna be going into the 8th spot. For our number 7 spot is gonna be Ryan Gaiden. So Ryan Gaiden is a really good one. I think a little better than Rengoku, but Ryan Gaiden has some really good moves and has a really good, probably I would say the form is alright. It's not the best form, but its moves is really where Ryan Gaiden shines. If it wasn't for its moves, it'd probably be on the number 9th, but it has really good low cooldown, low chi requirement moves that are really essential when it comes to PvP, and it's not really too good with boss killing, but it is pretty good with Green Skull mission because of those moves. So it's honestly a really good one. So honestly, I think number 7 is right where it belongs. For our number 6 spot, this is going to be Davy Rengoku. Now, Davy Rengoku is kind of like Rengoku, but it's just a lot better, in my opinion, than Rengoku. Davy Rengoku has kind of the old kit of Rengoku before it got the rework, and a little bit better than that. So that's kind of why Davy Rengoku is a little better than Rengoku. It has better stats, it has better mode, because Davy Rengoku is also a lot more easier to use than Rengoku. Rengoku, like I said before, requires a little bit more tactical because you have those variants of clones with the forms that can make it a little bit more difficult to use, rather than something like Davy Rengoku where it doesn't have that. It's just one form. It's just one form. It doesn't have multiple clones or anything like that, but it does have a kind of bad mode. It's not a terrible mode, but I don't think it has custom M1s, so that's going to hold it back a lot, but its moves and its stat bonus is really good, and its cooldowns are also really good as well. So definitely don't look over Davy Rengoku. It's one of those bloodlines that a lot of people don't use, and it's very unfortunate that a lot of people don't use because it is really good. So definitely pick this up. I think it's like a 1 out of 120 chance, so if you get it, I would definitely keep it because it's very useful, and especially when it comes to PvP, it has a lot more useful capabilities, especially if you can use this one right. It's a little less skillful than the other one like Rengoku, but you can still utilize Davy Rengoku to an absolute potential. For number 5, this is going to be Doki Tengoku. So Tengoku is kind of, I would say, the better version of Tengoku. It's kind of like just a better version of Tengoku. There's not much more to say else about it but that, but I'm going to include a few things. Doki Tengoku's form is really good, and his mode is also really good, which is the same thing as form, but its moves is also really where this bloodline shines. Unlike Tengoku, where you've got high cooldowns and high drain costs with chi, this is the kind of complete opposite, so you're going to be able to get a lot more use out of Doki Tengoku than you would get out of Tengoku. So if you get Doki Tengoku, definitely don't spin it off because it really is a good bloodline, even though it does have a little problems when it comes to boss scroll missions, but when it comes to PvP, those custom M1s, and especially for green scroll missions with that speed boost, you definitely can't go wrong with Doki Tengoku, so definitely pick it up, and that's going to be for number 5. For number 4, this is going to be Forge Rengoku. Now, Forge Rengoku is kind of an interesting one. This one, it requires a lot more skill than probably any of them on this list, and I say that because you know, requires the moves that require a lot more direction, they require a lot more accuracy, requires a lot more than, you know, other ones. So Forge Rengoku is definitely a good bloodline if it's used by the right person, so just keep that in mind. Forge Rengoku is really good, but it just requires the right person to use it. For number 3, this is going to be Ryan Rengoku. Now, this is kind of better than Ryan Gaiden, a lot better in my opinion. Has pretty much the downfalls of Ryan Gaiden and just does it better. So Ryan Rengoku has a lot of good potential with its form, its moves, and its damage is really high. It's one of the most damaging bloodlines in Shindo Life if you can use the kit right. So that's why Ryan Rengoku is coming in at number 3rd. It is a really good bloodline, and it requires a lot more recognition than it really gets. And I've seen some people use this, but this is kind of a bloodline you really want to use for like PvP, green scroll missions. It's not really that good for boss scroll missions. The next one we're going to talk about is really good for boss scroll missions, and I'll kind of go into that one in a little detail. I guess we'll speed up to a little bit of that one. For the second pick, it's going to be Shindai Rengoku. Now, there's the ramen version, but I thought I would include that because it's pretty much the same thing as Shindai Rengoku with just a reskin. So, you know, those are two of the kind of the same, so you can just bracket as both of them as the same one. So Shindai Rengoku is really good. It's got a really good kit. It's kind of the one, in my opinion, the easiest bloodline to use because it just requires absolutely no skill. There's no real targeting moves. It does have a blue flame move, or just a flame move that's really bad. It does have that bad move in its kit, but the other two moves, which is a meteor and a counter, which is really good. Counter is, you know, it's, you know, a counter. It's really good. It's kind of like Shindai Akuma and Code Gaiden with the counter. It's very similar to those two bloodlines, but the good thing about this for boss scroll missions, it's counter deletes the boss's enemies, so it does a lot like Shadow. So if you combine this with Shadow, you can get a pretty devastating combo when it comes to boss scroll missions, and that's practically why it's this high up, is that it has that move similar to like Shadow or Apollo Sand, where you can really delete the enemy's boss health, and a lot of people don't know about this, so definitely use this and test it out and tell me what you think. Its form is also really good. It's got 2 forms. Its form 2 is also really good for those boss scroll missions as well. So this bloodline really excels in probably all 3 of them. Green scroll missions, boss scroll missions, and PvP, so it kind of excels in all 3 of those, so you know, it's kind of a no-brainer. So this one is really good. Shindai Rengoku is definitely one of the top bloodlines in Shindo Life right now. Maybe not the top, but it's very close to the top of the bloodlines. You know, there's stuff like Code Game that's better, but Shindai Rengoku is definitely something you don't want to look over. For our number 1 pick, this is going to be Boramaki Gaiden. Now, you probably saw this one coming. Boramaki Gaiden is, I think is a lot better than Shindai Rengoku. It doesn't really excel in boss scroll missions, but it does excel in PvP and green scroll missions. So you're gonna have to kind of pick, because you're gonna have to kind of think about which one you want. Do you want boss scroll missions, green scroll missions, and PvP, or do you just want PvP or you know, green scroll missions? So you're gonna have to make that choice. If you kind of want a variance of 3, I would go for Shindai Rengoku. But if you're into the more of the PvP side, I would go for Boramaki Gaiden, because they kind of both have their uses. So you're gonna have to kind of decide in this list what kind of kit fits your needs really well. So you're gonna have to decide on that one, but I think Boramaki Gaiden is a really still kind of an underrated one, and it's very good. So that's gonna be the entire top 10, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.